Alright, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. In the last video, we restored this, a Ford GT40. We found it in the junkyard. Amazing. Well, we found it in a barn. That's a lie. We found it in a barn. And we restored it, and we fixed it. And it was kind of fun, because I got to build with a new engine that I haven't built with before, which was the V8 OHV Windsor Race, specifically. So that was kind of fun. And so today I was kind of looking through my jobs, up in here, looking through my phone, and looking at stuff. There's actually some interesting ones that pop up in here. Oh, is it not in here anymore? There was a Pagani in here. There is this, the F350 Super Duty, which is interesting. I have not worked with that yet. We might have to do something with that or something at some point similar. It's only repainting it, though, which isn't very interesting or fun. But what I did find was the car... Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Bentley T-Series. I want to look at this. Oh, that's cool. Loud exhaust. Okay. But what I did find was the car behind me, which is a Ford Mustang 5-liter, but it's built with the Coyote V8 dual overhead cam engine that I haven't built with before, I don't believe. In this car, you can swap to the supercharged version, the Boss rear-wheel drive, and the AXK. But I don't think I've built with the DOHC Coyote, and it's pretty cool looking. So we're going to check it out. So this thing has some issues. We've got engine power has failed, and lots of faulty parts. We've got... Yeah, okay, a lot of timing parts that we need to be fixing. We got filters, that's not bad. New engine and oil filter, that's not bad. And repair all engine faults, which there are quite a few of. So we're going to get up in the lift, we're going to get the engine pulled out, and we're going to see what we can figure out. Because there's a lot of things wrong. Besides the fact this car is a strange looking sort of brown. Maybe it's cool. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Montenegro? Holy cow, you've come a long way. I don't know where my garage is, but Montenegro, that feels like a long way away. So I'm going to drop the drive shaft. We will remove the transmission. We will drain the oil. It is hard to get to the engine from the bottom. I'm going to have to, like, start here, move up here, come back to the drive shaft. Okay. Wow. Yes, we'll drop this. We can drain the oil, take the transmission off, and then we should be good to pull it out of the car and put it up on the engine stand where we can take a better look at it. What's cool... Maybe we gotta take the start off too. What's cool is I think everything with this is going to be engine related, so we aren't gonna have to mess with anything else. So that'll be kind of fun. All right, so we're good there. Fuel filter will come with the engine. Yeah, let's do oil while I've got it in the air. And we'll drain it. We'll drain it. There it is. Yeah, oh, it's so gross. Actually, it looks pretty clean. Not that the oil changes colors in this game, because it doesn't. But in real life, that was pretty clean looking. Not that. This. Move. Not to the entrance, to the lifter. Okay, gosh. Whew. We can bring you down. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And we can put the hood up. I don't even know if you need to do that or not. Pull out. And put it on the stand. V8 DOHC Coyote. So there we go. You can see already some of the nasty bits, some of the broken bits. So let's go ahead and pull out the engine cover and see what we've got. We can obviously go into inspect. Wait. Yeah, we can go in and... Oh, is it? Oh, I forget how this game works. Examine mode. I forgot how this works. I was like trying to play a different game. Yeah, so we can start to, we could examine things. We're basically going to pull a lot of this apart until I feel like we've discovered all the bad stuff. We'll see if we need to get down, like, into the actual pistons. So I'm just going to go with a normal part unmount. Fuel rails are going to need to come off. Fuel filter is not happy. Throttle body. We're going to have to take a lot of this off, so we might as well just cut to the chase. Is that plastic? That looks plastic to me. It's probably plastic. These newer engines, it's all plastic. Oh my gosh. Ignition coils are pretty sad. Yeah, very sad. So the spark plugs underneath them are any sadder. Okay, let's jump over to the other bank. We'll take off the powered by Ford thing. That one was actually probably fine, 87%, 27. And so another thing to consider when you're doing missions in Car Mechanic Simulator 2 is if you look at the car, you can see this down here, the repair with minimal parts condition. 83%. So that's important because if for some reason you pull off a part on the car, like let's say I pulled out a spark plug that was 75%, so it wasn't a problem, but if I install it in the place of a spark plug that was a problem, it won't qualify for the parts quality you need, and that has messed me up many times. So it's something to be sort of aware of. Yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of confusing. It's ruined my day several times, yeah. Let's go ahead and pull the oil pan off, and then we can take a look at some of our rod caps and see if there's going to be a lot of sadness in this engine or just like a some sadness. Actually, too, like, let's just see how we're doing on parts right now. Okay, so we have not discovered one part that's contributing to engine power failing. Is my battery okay? We are going to have to do this air filter. That was one of the things. I guess we could just pull that out really quick. We just pull this out real quick. That's 4 clips. Yep. And then pull the top and the air filter. Okay. Battery? Are you contributing to any power issues, Mr. Battery? Can I just inspect it? I can't remember. Oh, I just uninstalled it. Nope, 91%. That is not a problem. Things are fine. Oh my gosh, please stop. Please stop it. That's fine. Yeah, batteries not our issue. Okay, so there's something else contributing to power issues. Okay, so what sorry, I'm all over the place right here. Timing, we know everything that was identified for us. That's fine. Repair all engine faults. Piston with Conrad. When did that just showed up? Or were these? I feel like I didn't see these before. Okay, so we do... Wow, we have piston rings. Okay, we're tearing this thing apart. There's no way to avoid it. So let's just tear it apart. Belt tensioner. Serpentine belt is fine. Guessing the idler's going to be fine. So again, I'm looking for just basically staying above 83% with stuff. Serpentine belt A is not so good. Water pump pulley is not so good. The water pump does not look good to me, to my eyes. I guess I'm gonna leave some of this on here because we are not gonna have to touch the actual block, and everything else looks okay. So, but let's go ahead and pull off our engine head covers. I'm guessing we're gonna have cylinders probably on both sides, so we're gonna probably just have to pull stuff apart. Wow, that sparkle was 100. That one was 84. 92. Okay, 85. Ooh. Oh, never mind. We gotta pull the whole... Ah, yeah. No. We don't get to cheat this. We don't get to cheat it. I don't know what I was thinking. There's timing stuff in here that's gonna have to come out. I think maybe we can get away with just this. I don't know if we... Yeah, we don't need to pull off the alternator and the power steering pump, at least. But we do need to take all the timing stuff apart and pull off both of these. Okay, so we got some camshafts that are looking a bit sad. 93 on the spark plug. I have one bad spark plug, and it'll be important to... Well, it won't matter that much. There it was, 26%. It won't actually matter, because all the spark plugs we're pulling off that aren't that one are good enough to pass our 83%. So it doesn't really matter which one goes where. Ooh, look at these. Timing chain shoe. Wow, I would call that a timing chain guide. I have not heard them called a shoe. That's kind of fun. Okay, let's remove our shoes. That's kind of interesting. I've never worked on an engine like this. I've never seen a timing setup quite like this. You actually don't see a ton of like timing chain guides in this game, which is interesting. It's kind of cool. I've actually done a timing job on my car myself, and there were definitely multiple timing guides. And a tensioner, multiple tensioners actually, yeah. So it was quite the ordeal. Much harder than playing this game. Amazingly, you might be surprised by that, but yeah, it was complicated, but it was fun, and we were successful. I saved a ton of money doing it myself. So, and I learned so much about myself, my car, and my heart. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, we'll remove these camshaft thinger-dingers, whatever they're called. Can I? Okay, so this cam gear comes off. Then the chain comes off. And then this one. Wow, that's weird. That's such a weird setup. Is that that must have variable valve lift or something to have that complicated setup. Well, no, probably not variable valve lift because they don't have multiple. Usually if you have variable valve lift, not usually, like definitely if you have variable valve lift, you're going to have two different lobes and the camshaft can slide in or out to pick which lobe to vary how much lift you get. And that's not the setup. So it's probably just variable valve timing. And that's why there's like this second chain? No, because that's just what connects them. I don't know. It probably does have variable valve timing though. Most of these newer vehicles do. Interesting though. That was a bad looking camshaft cap, 21%. Okay. Boy. Yeah, as soon as you start pulling the camshaft out, this job becomes a bit bigger deal. Alright. Couple more caps. It's very shiny. There's lots of reflections. My eyes hurt. It's like seriously so bright. Ah! Ow! The sun! Okay, remove this gear. We remove the chain. We remove this gear. And then we can pull out the cams. Very, very interesting. The manifolds are gonna have to come off because we gotta pull the heads off. Because I guess let's flip it around and let's just see maybe somehow everything's on one side. It won't be. I don't even know if I'm going to tell. I can see my bad piston. If we go to inspect mode here. Oh, I can't actually. I got it. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. We're going to basically be able to see it better just by uninstalling it. So I can tell we got a bad crankshaft bearing cap. We've got another bad crankshaft bearing cap. But I know I have bad piston rings. They must have just told me that and I missed it originally. But I know I have bad piston rings and I don't know what pistons they're on. So that's kind of a sad thing. Because it basically means we're going to have to pull everything apart. Yeah. No. Why? What did you do to this engine, sir? Let's flip it back around. That was lucky. I never get that right. Okay, so we're going to pull the exhaust manifold off. Oh, we are going to pull the power steering pump because it's bolted to the actual head, I think, not the block. Yep. Oh, well, it's 2 bolts. It's really not a big deal at all. So at this point, it is nothing. Oh, only 6 bolts holding that on. It's kind of interesting. Okay, and then we can do the same thing on the other side. Pull off our exhaust manifold. Yeah, we are stripping this fully down. I'm glad there's nothing else to do beyond the engine because this is a lot of work on its own. Ah, we can leave the alternator on. What a big time saver. How exciting. Okay, so now we can flip it back around. And we can start unbolting our pistons. And we can start pulling our pistons out. We know that this one is bad. The rings are fine on that one. Yeah, there's just not going to be any way to tell. I think if I'd done the compression tester, like maybe I'd be able to see which one. But truthfully, like that wouldn't even really save me any time. It's just as fast at this point to just pull everything out and reinstall it with, yeah, there were some bad rings there, 18%. Yeah, you can't tell. There's no way to tell. It's not that important. And it was on the other side too, so like we were going to pull both heads off. There was no way getting around it. Yeah, there's some bad rings, 19%. Crankshaft bearing cap is going to be fine because we're not going to need to touch the crankshaft. We'll just replace the 2 caps that were bad. There are some more bad rings, and that should be it for bad rings, but at this point we're just going to... Alright, so we should now know all the parts that were bad and sad and whatever. Yes, all present. So now we just need to go in and we're going to try to repair everything we can, and then we're going to replace what we can't, and it needs to be at least 83%. So, fuel rail, good. Camshaft, water pump, air filter cover, intake manifold was bad. Timing cover, okay. A lot of these I don't really need to do, and it's sort of, like, at this point, I don't need to do any more. I'm going to give this one a little more. 83%. I'm going to give them a little more if they're at 83. My chances of breaking them are very low because of my skill at repairing, but I'm like, I'm fully upgraded, so that's cool. It's nice. Let's see. What were we not able to replace? Let's do by condition. Ignition coils are not going to be fixed. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff actually. Piston rings, a bunch of stuff is like I just can't repair. Spark plugs. Yeah. So I'm going to go through and get a bunch of these replaced. Like I'm going to have 6 ignition coils. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff replaced, and then we can resume on putting the engine back together. So we got everything replaced. You can see we're looking very good in here. So we can start to put this back together. I'm going to just throw this filter back in the airbox. Get a new air filter. Put our airbox back on. And put our 4 clip A's back on the airbox. Slowly, delicately. And good. Okay, wonderful. Good to go there. All right, let's start putting the engine back together. We're going to start, obviously, with pistons. We got pistons. We got lots of new piston rings. We got lots of new shiny bits to put all over the place. And as long as everything going back in is 83% or above, which it is because my entire inventory is now 83% or above, so it's a good way to cover yourself, because otherwise you'll start putting it back together, you'll get it all put back together, and then you'll look back and you'll realize, like, oh my gosh, I installed something that was lower than 83% in a spot where the part had failed, and now it doesn't count, and I gotta take the whole thing back apart and fix that because I wasn't careful. So whenever you do these missions, just watch that. I feel like it used to be more of an issue. I don't know if they've done things in updates to the game that have made it less less of an issue. Like it felt like the game tried to trick you a lot before with that, but now it seems like if the part's not bad, it's going to be above the required percentage. It seems like that happens more, but I don't know. It used to happen to me, and so I've lived scared forever. So I don't know. Watch for it. Watch for it is what I'm telling you. Let's throw our oil pan back on. We did have to buy a new one. Couldn't fix it. Which kind of makes sense, because, you know, you fix an oil pan and, like, well, you're probably going to regret it, because you probably, I mean, there's a good chance you can bend these when you take them off in real life, so, yeah, replacing it, you know, it's not a terrible idea. Get heads put back on. I did not have to buy new heads. I don't remember if I had to fix them or anything, but here they are. Oh, this one's definitely not mint, so I'll throw the fuel filter on just to totally go out of order here. I had to buy 1 new spark plug. The rest are all above 83%, so we'll be all good there. We had to buy 1 new camshaft. And we had to buy 2 camshaft bearing caps. This is like the worst part of the entire job because it's pokey and because it's just like really, really reflective for this part. I don't know why. Yoop, yoop, yoop. My eyes. It's not as bad as putting in like rockers and having to put in you know, each actual rod and then each actual like rocker arm to actuate the rod, but the push rod, but it's not great still. What's the engine manifold quit? The exhaust manifold. Okay, get that put on. Nice, good. And we need to button up the timing before we can put the head cover back on. We'll get our power steering pump put on. Chain A, we had to replace both chains. We had to replace a couple of these cam gears, I guess on one side maybe. All the chains are new. All of the shoes are new. We got new shoes. Let's go ahead over here, get our spark plugs put in. Really feel like you would probably do spark plugs like later, but you could do them at this point. They're obviously like pretty accessible for obvious reasons, so wouldn't really need to do them this early, but I'm gonna do them because I like them. They look nice in there. There's some good looking plugs, sort of. Okay, good. Worst part, once we're through the camshaft caps, we're off to the races. Really, this thing's gonna be flying together. So this is the slow part. Every time. Okay, a camshaft cap, a camshaft cap, 2 more camshaft caps. Come on, and yeah, finished. Okay, I'm gonna put this back together. I'm going to take a quick peek at our parts list just to make sure I don't see anything that seems scary once I get this timing part put back together here. Okay. Yeah, let's just I'm going to take a quick peek. I have to go to the car. I can't do it from here. Okay, I want to look and see how we're doing on... Okay, yeah, timing stuff. That's not happening yet. We haven't gotten to it. Engine faults, though. Interesting. It's kind of... That's kind of weird. Really? The piston rings are still... No? I've replaced them. Really? That's kind of weird. Like, none of the stuff that I've replaced has been fixed. Camshaft? No. 83%. I'm doing everything right. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to ignore that, which feels really scary to me. I don't think that should be happening. But okay, game. Ooh, I really hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. But it might. That's weird. I did everything right. So if that doesn't work out, it's because something's bugged out. Which I'd be surprised by, because I've never seen that happen before. I'm just going to hope that it, like, kind of sorts itself out. Maybe it just needs it to be, like, finished. Maybe it needs it to be in the car. You know? Maybe it needs it to be in the car. I think that's a thing. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, maybe it needs me to actually put the engine in the car before any of that stuff registers. Though it was registering some of it, right? I'm going to take another peek after I do the ignition stuff. That's weird, though. But I could see it because I don't have it in the car, so it's like, no, nothing's good, nothing's happy. We'll see. I think that might be it. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that to make myself feel better. Air filter cover, air filter. Okay, those are in the car. Nothing else. Oh yeah, totally. That's the one downside of doing it on the stand, is that you don't get a good idea of like what's being checked off. So you got to really have your ducks in a row. So hopefully my ducks are in a row, because... Well, I'm doing this, and I'm showing you guys all how to do it, so... Hope I'm not a bad example. Could be. Not long now, though, till we get it in the car. The intake manifold on, which we had to replace. Because it is plastic. Pretty sure. Sure looks like plastic. We had to replace one fuel rail. I think I maybe repaired... Oh, no, I didn't. I should have just repaired the coils covers because they look nice when they're repaired, but, I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, throttle. Is that it? Are we... No. We still have a little more time to put together. No. Yeah, we got a serpentine belt. We got some idlers. We got a tensioner. Got another serpentine belt. Boop. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. And then the engine cover. Is that it? Are we good? I think we're good. Let's put that back in the engine. Take it off the stand. We'll put it in the car. We will dismiss the crane. That's how confident I am. And then we're going to look and see. Okay, that's good. Wonderful. Beautiful. Change oil. We're going to do that. And... wait, what? Part not discovered? What? Crankshaft? Wait, that was not there. I swear that was not there. Well, there you go. This is gonna be. It's got to be the crankshaft. I've touched everything else. Okay. Well. Yikes. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm in physical pain. We're gonna just put it back together anyway, because crankshafts are overrated and not at all important to the operation of an engine, and we're gonna ignore it, and I'm gonna see if I can at least drive it, and then I'm gonna cry for a bit, probably. I swear. Wow. I should have just inspected it. I should have just pulled it out of the car. I mean, I was one step away from it. Why not just pull it out? I bet it's the crankshaft. I bet this is a good example of why you got to do your like due diligence in this game. I've been tricked like this before. This is not the first time I've had a bizarre failure in this game. So you'd think I would have learned. I'm a terrible example. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Okay, let's just see. Can we start it? I mean, it should start. There's no reason it shouldn't start. It'll start, and then because of a crankshaft. Really? Because of a crankshaft? It has to be the crankshaft. That doesn't even make sense. Unless it's something else in the... Okay, I want out. Get me out. Get me out of here. Unless it's something in the... Ooh. We might still be okay. I had an idea. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's the crankshaft. I think it's the fuel pump. Oh, which will be so much better. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I'm just trying to give myself a heart attack. It's so stupid. Okay, so if we look... Whoa, don't do that. If we look up here, oh yeah, that's a dirty fuel pump. That's a gross broken fuel pump. Yes. I wasn't worried. Were you guys worried? I was just joking. I wasn't actually worried. Like, that's embarrassing if you guys weren't worried. I was fine. I knew the entire time it was totally gonna be the fuel pump, and it was gonna take me no time to replace. You guys worry too much. Seriously, it's crazy. Okay, fuel pump. Hey, and that would affect you, you know, being able to start the vehicle or not. Wow, I'm really glad that I don't have to like end this video with like a complete fail. Let's just let's start it though. Gotta start it. Gotta at least start it. Garage entrance. Okay. I gotta at least hear that Coyote rumble. Eh? Hey, nice. We're not gonna drive it because, well, they're driving this car is kind of sad. So, okay, sweet. So there you go. A completed order on a Ford Mustang with the V8 dual overhead cam Coyote engine. I've never worked on it before, as you can tell, because I did terribly. And nothing was wrong with the crankshaft. Everything is fine, and we made almost 15 grand for it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. If you want to see more videos of this game or any of the other games I've been playing, be sure to subscribe. And either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.